them in see them in employment agencies, right? You see them in mass medias, you see them in internet, different places. You see the information related to local employment. Now, for this year, it is the similar type of objective. We have to know the sources itself. Okay, we have to know the sources of information, but that is not for local. It is for more or less. We are going to study for national from that perspective. Okay, for national employment, where are the sources? From where do we get those information and where do we get those sources? Okay, so where do you think are the sources of national employment? It's almost similar to local employment. Local employment is the employment that is being provided in a local area. Yes or no? But national is for the whole country. So in case of national employment, where do you get those information from? Where do we know those vacancy? From which list can you know the vacancy? Can you just let's just do that brainstorm with one or two of you just before we start. Yes, where is that source? Of course, like you can see them often, like you can see them in newspapers also, like Gorkha Patra has been advertising of Lok Seva Ayog, Public Service Commission. That's the national employment, right? It has been advertising often, like normally in Gorkha Patra on Wednesday at the end of the month, somewhere around that. I think if there's a vacancy, they post it. Is that clear? So that's one of the source. Similarly, some other national employments are also kept in other newspaper also, maybe Kathmandu Post, Kantipur, or anything. But governments directly it will be kept in Gorkha Patra because that is a government owned house. Okay, that's a media house that's owned by the government. And next year, so can you see on the screen? Is it visible the writing whatever you are seeing? So can you see on my screen the thing clearly? No.
So like it's blur.
Okay, even okay. You can go to your book page number 41 as well. Okay, so these are the sources of information for employment. First one is Public Service Commission. This is a government body for taking the exams and recruitment. Okay, in government job. Most of the government jobs are recruited through Public Service Commission nowadays. Earlier, those related organizations like Nepal, let's say Rashtra Bank or Nepal Manija Bank, they would be doing on their own, or even airport, right? They're all government-owned bodies. They will be doing on their own, but right now, their exams are also taken from Public Service Commission. They take exam and then pass and then only send it to the related office. Is that clear? After that, there is of course an interview or other things. So it will be providing different vacancies itself in the websites of Public Service Commission as well. Okay, right now they have a website. Earlier in the past, there was no website because there was no good development in IT, right? So this is one of the places. And next one is public institutions owned by government. So those public institutions owned by government, okay, right? Public enterprises, they will be also having those information relating to national employment. Please go to page number 42. Number 2, public enterprises. Okay, so they themselves will be acting as a source and provide information to the recruitment that they need. Example itself in like Gorkha Patra Sansthan or anything. So that's the next source of information for national employment. Then another one is private employers. There are different private employers in the country, private sector. They'll be also they'll also be the source of information. Like they will be in different sectors of private, like itself, like hotels, restaurants, laws, industries, right? Different sectors. They'll be advertising itself in newspaper, radio, TV, notice board, internet, etc., and provide the relevant jobs. Is that clear? There are private offices providing this type of employment as well. And the source of information will be itself in the various places like newspaper, radio. So you can see sometimes in newspaper the vacancies, yes or no. Then itself in their notice board of the office. Same way, there are other employment information that is in educational institutions, like Teacher Service Commission. That is the place where they recruit teachers for mainly the community schools. Okay, and from there they take the exam and they recruit people. So employment information in educational institutions. Go to page number 43. Next one, communication houses. That's the media house. So in media houses also, like there are different medias, right? We have different medias like itself. You can see Kantipur, Sagarmatha FM, or different. You can see anything, TV, FM, newspapers, right? Republica or anything, different types, which you have already studied in social studies in grade 7 in communication topic. Yes or no? Isn't it? Yes or no, Pranisha? Okay, well then, did you study about communication in grade 7 in social studies? Uday? Okay, Ayan?
No, sir.
Wasn't there a topic called communication in grade 7 social studies in one of the infrastructure of development? It was there, okay.
No, sir, it was health and education.
In grade, not 6, grade 7.
Yes, sir, there isn't.
There
Yeah,
is a, there is a topic, right? Have you studied or not?
we have.
Yes, as far as possible, I'm trying to make connection with other subjects itself and teach, okay. Either prior knowledge or other subjects. So if it is easy and it might look like a repetition, but it's good if it looks like a repetition and our course continues, right? Because anyway, it's just because the government has already kept and we just want it to go in an easy way for few of the lessons. So in that media houses, all of them are there. So they also provide employment. At the same time, they advertise as well. Okay, all these media houses relating to television, radio, newspapers. You can see the photo here. Now, next one, you can see in the book also page 43 is that Labor and Transportation Ministry. From there also you can get information relating to employment for national and international market. Normally for international, foreign employment will be looked upon by them. Is that clear? Like where what vacancies there and which countries are legal, where they are approved. That will be in Ministry of Labor and Transport. So mainly in Ministry of Labor and Transport, mainly with the labor department there. Is that clear? Because both of them are in same ministry with the same one minister there for now. Now next one is information system of labor market. Also they get information and other sources, different sources also they get information relating to employment. So how do you get this information? It's the same thing, newspaper, radio, private, the ways of, can you see page number 43, medium for employment, how to get that information is from website, newspaper, radio, same thing, private institutions for employment, notice, public notice board, office of the employment, TV, television, same thing, internet. These are the ways from where you can, but these are the mediums of getting information or means of getting information, means and medium. So if you want to see those jobs, you can see them later on when you need jobs as well. Is that clear? Okay, any confusion? What happened? Why is it paused? Is my internet slow?
No, sir.
Okay, so did you understand the concept, like from where you can get the source of employment information?
Yes, sir.
So a quick recap itself, you can see Public Service Commission, public institutions owned by government, private employers, that's from where you can get the source of information for employment. This is not the place where you get employment, but from here also you can get the source. Okay, and same way, employment information education institution, media house, Ministry of Labor and Transport, information system of labor market, and other sources. And same way, these are the medium of getting information. Okay, is that clear? So we don't need to take so much time in this, and you can do question number 1, 2, and 3 also. Okay, is that clear? I don't know what is the problem with the internet. Like some of them are being paused right now. Okay, is that any more? Do you have any confusion in that?
No, sir.
Okay, if no, then let's end the class. It's already time as well. If you have anything, please do ask. I'm just waiting for a few minutes.